I'm sorry I turned off the redeems. Oh, that's not me. Damn it. I
Womp
start
womp.
off, I start off. Well, I'll show up in a minute. Ready? Watch this, Doug. Boom. There's Doug. Oh, I did. There I am.
I showed up first, so I
You
win.
showed up first. You win.
Yeah.
What's up, Borg? What's up, Isaiah? What's up, Grammy? Once again, I am here with my buddy Doug, aka CoolToy, from the YouTube channel CoolToy. We both got to go to Expo 2025. Um, how's it going, Doug?
I'm doing all right. I'm finally getting my voice back. I lost it for a couple days, and you saw me. I was like sucking down cough drops just to try to not sound like, a gravelly old person at a train stop.
How'd you lose your voice on on on
So I
Thursday?
got this naturally deep, seductive Barry White voice as it is, so I always have to talk a little bit louder than everybody else. And so, like, I went to the Wednesday bumper blast, welcome party, and I was there for like 3 hours trying to talk over all the machines and everything, and then did the same thing Thursday and Friday. And by that time, I was gone. I was hoarse.
Did you have your voice on Friday at the media thing? I think you did.
Yeah, I had
Mm.
a functioning voice, but by the end of the Friday evening, it was back to being gone again.
Um, Another successful year at Expo, man. I think Rob Burke just was like looking at
Oh,
TPF,
yeah.
right, and said, "All right, hold my
Hold my
beer."
beer. Yeah. Yeah. Like he clearly knows how to put on an amazing show. And what people always fail to remember is like Rob's not located in Chicago. He lives and resides in Ohio, and he plans this ginormous pinball extravaganza states away, which blows me away just from a logistical standpoint. Whereas TPF, it's run and organized and put on by people that live within Texas. But yeah, it's a whole nother ballgame when you're planning a different convention in a different state and organizing all these things over the phone and Zoom meetings and stuff like that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, see, like,
Marty and I interviewed him 2 years ago.
hmm
Yeah, and I forgot he's in Ohio. Wow, that's crazy. Um, and he brought all his games out, even though they were in a separate room this time. They were in the main room, which was great.
yeah.
Um,
And he even brings like, heavy hitting expensive titles. He didn't care. He lets the people bang on him, like, his Jersey Jacks Pirates Collector's Edition, which is like a $20,000 game.
was that there?
Well, yeah, he brings it every year. Other, rare games, he'll bring and throw out there just willy-nilly, which, I mean, more power to him. He's got a giant, arcade, Pastimes Arcade in Girard, Ohio that has like anything and everything you could want to play, and he puts them out there for public display. So, I mean, he's got that, mi casa su casa mentality,
He
which
does.
gotta love and appreciate.
Yeah, the dude is super cool, and I'm really glad that he's like, 41 years of an event is a pretty big deal. If you go to the website for Pinball Expo, there's a gallery. It'll blow you away. You'll see young
The old
faces
photos.
of the
Mm-hmm.
old photos, the old Polaroids and whatnot that were scanned in, um, of all these legends of pinball. So terrific, terrific time. So, folks, Doug and I are gonna basically do what we do every year, except this time, like
Mm-hmm.
really, really, because Doug had to split early. But you got to walk the floor a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, I was there non-stop, open and closed Thursday and Friday. I just missed Saturday this year. That was the only hiccup this year in the change in my normal schedule. But yeah, I was there for 2 solid days straight.
Yeah, and so that was all right. I want to switch over to some video. We're gonna use
Okay.
courtesy of Doug. Doug put up a video really fast. I think you were the first one out.
I had
Doug,
to be because I had to be in the car the next day, so I had to do
yeah,
my stuff real quick.
I
You should
saw
have,
cool.
Rod. You should have said hello. Absolutely. Or you should have said, damn you, or, whatever. I'll take it all.
um, but Doug gets the job done. You got to check out Cool Toys channel because you've got Winchester. We're going to talk about Winchester Mystery House in a minute. He's got Winchester Mystery House gameplay video. Um, I see you walking around with your portable
Yeah, a
um,
little mini tripod setup and everything. Try
mini
to make
string
it as
set,
like
which is
lightweight and un as
it's so good, dude.
unobtrusive as possible. Yeah.
It's so good. I see what it's made of, and it doesn't look like that on the other side of the camera. It looks like this professionally. I worked for
Yeah.
5 years to make it look like your little crappy setup.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta
um,
love it.
all right, so let's get to this because we got a lot to talk about. Um, Surprisingly enough, um, there are a lot of cool reveals and stuff. So this is Doug's video. We're gonna run through it with the sound up, but I'm just using this because it has really he's got really good reference for stuff. First of all, yeah, let's talk about Stern. Let's talk about the elephant in the room,
Hmm.
which was oh boy. There's a bunch of things to talk about Stern. So let mm,
Let's say
this.
which topic do you want to tackle first? Yeah.
Well, you went to the Star Wars media event.
I did.
Tell us a little bit about your. Well, I mean, you did a whole video on your thoughts, but just
Yeah. I
summarize your
mean,
thoughts on.
I thought it was a more enjoyable game than the 2017 Richie version. I thought that was a little bit um lambasted with like complex code that needed like a roadmap to really understand and achieve what most players want to, good players really want to get to and goal wise. So I thought this was a little more concise, a little clearer. Had mechanical slash, you know, quality of life improvements because of the new Spike 3 and everything. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's still Star Wars. You're either going to be on board with it right out of the gate or you're not. I mean, it's not going to, I think, win anybody new that wasn't already a fan of the franchise or pinball as a whole. So I think that's where it was a little divisive for a lot of people. It was like, oh, another Star Wars. I'm like, well, they made three Elviras and you didn't complain about that. So,
Come on.
but
um,
a lot of early adopters with Star Wars have been notating specific mechanical issues with their games, talking about extra rejects from the Death Star, which is kind of integral for a specific multi-ball in the game. So
that's the
there was a
center
lot of
shot. That's the center
yeah.
shot. I shot it. So I went over to Flippin' Out's booth. They had,
Hmm. The
I love
LE.
Zach.
Hmm.
I love Zach and Nicole. They just bring it. They had
Yeah,
the Star Wars. They had a Winchester. They
they
had
had
a
a Dune.
Dune.
They had a Kong. Basically, a one of every new desirable game out there.
I love those guys. But
Hmm.
so I flipped it, and um, it was fine. It's a typical fan
Well,
layout.
I think a lot of people criticize it because it's a safe fan. And when I was at the media day, you hear the backstory of like, yes, they bumped this game up in the production, and it was coming out sooner than they wanted to, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, yeah, I get it. It was safe. It's easy to market. It's easy to sell. Like I understand from a business standpoint why they would do all the things they did.
That being said, that sounds like a comma in your sentence.
I mean, I was concerned with where the QA aspect of it. So like we're having these conversations about Death Star rejects, and when I was there for media day, I'd noticed that it had already like started chipping on the playfield in the back because like if you hit the like that middle ramp that like launches through the back of the machine, it's like the hyperspace loop or whatever, kind of like Iron Maiden. Like you hit the ramp, if it doesn't go all the way and hit that target, it just like bounces and hits the back of the playfield. You do that enough time with a steel ball, it's gonna leave indentions and marks, and if you don't have mylar or anything back there, you're gonna start chipping away. And we were there for media day, and I don't know how long these production prototype games had been around, but
Yeah,
the fact that they already had artwork chipping and no mylar back there, I was like, you guys literally when you produced Iron Maiden realized this was a problem and you started shipping out mylar things to customers. Like how did we forget that this was a
there's
problem
a thing.
then,
Yeah,
and it's becoming an issue. And we came off all the like plunge gate and little mechanical issues that X-Men was getting plagued with. And then when I was there, I was having issues with the plunge. It kept clipping a wire thing on the right hand side, and the plunge ball wouldn't go all the way around for media day. when I was playing at Expo, I didn't have
Really?
that issue. Yeah. So I
The
was like,
media
again, I was like,
day.
whoa. I was like, did you guys not learn your lesson with the X-Men that you guys sending out like kits and fixes and you're getting all these pitchforks and torches coming after you? But like I said, the positive aspect of it is the demo units that were out there at Expo, I didn't have any plunge issues, so maybe it was
Yeah.
just the few samples that were there for Media Day.
Yeah, bottom line is, it's another, like no one in my area that I know or Freako Watch or whatever is interested in getting one. I
Not even
shot
from
it.
like the commercial aspect of it, because you guys, make those quarters,
Yeah,
those tokens.
not. I mean, part of it is a Freako Watch. It's got to be either the owner, myself, or one of the other operators have to be like really jazzed about getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that sometimes supersedes the coin drop.
The okay,
You could
which
ask Matt
rightfully
Henry.
so. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you could ask Matt Henry straight up. Why would we have a Sharkies shootout?
because he likes it. Yeah.
Because he likes
Yeah,
it.
because no other logical answer other than that, because it's not gonna draw.
We have a Space Jam.
Hey, Michael Jordan sells.
I know, Mike Swords
Oh,
was going.
yeah, yeah. But
But
yeah, I get
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. But nothing
Mhm.
really nabbed anybody to grab Star Wars. I'll say I shot it. It shot fine. I had fun. I think I put up about 160 million. I don't know if that's a good score. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
It's what's going to pay the bills and allow them to do the creative releases later down the road. Like there's always got to be that safe thing that a business does that pays the bills, keeps the lights on, keeps, things going that allows you to maybe be a little more adventurous down the line.
there you go.
At least that's what you hope. I mean, maybe if the next release that we see around the corner is another fan layout and it's phoned in, then you're like, okay, then you can be worried. But I think it's
It's
just
not.
them
It,
being
it's not.
safe.
It's not for us, Doug. It's
No,
for the. It's
and
for
that's
the
the
mass
thing.
market. Yeah.
It's for the mass market. It's for the bars and places that 2017 Star Wars sold like crazy, and maybe they've already moved on and got rid of it. And hey, let's bring another Star Wars back in. The last one did great, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Um, they got
What
their
what do you think
top.
of these acrylic? Yeah, I was supposed to say, what do you think of
Okay.
these acrylic toppers that everyone likes to love, hate?
I think. Um, I don't know. Do you know what the price is like on this Deadpool? Do we know prices? I
Yeah,
could look
it's
up
like
prices.
3.99 or 4.99.
For reals?
Yeah, because I think it's like 3.99 just for like the expression bar, and it's
Yeah.
like $100 for the acrylic.
Okay. Well, hi Erica. Hey, it's Erica.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Um,
hey.
um. Oh, you know what, Doug? I'm gonna be like, okay. Well,
See,
okay.
I'm okay with that too. Like,
Yeah.
you already got this high-end market of 2,000, 1,200, $1,500 toppers that they, kind of hover around with recently. And then you got a lower cost entry point that literally interacts with the game. It's not just like a LED strip that flickers and stuff. Like, it's wired in and programmed into their stuff.
I'm digging it. Oh, if it's at that
Hmm.
price point, if it's below 500, yeah, let's go, Stern. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
And
Like I said, you
now,
give multiple options. Then you get the high-end version for people that need a little more pizzazz, if you will.
now this I have a problem with.
Uh-oh. What's your problem?
And my buddy Isaiah pointed it out. So
Yeah.
remember when everyone had trouble with the topper saying Metallica and then the backlash saying Metallica
Yeah,
again?
I had the same issue with like Ninja Turtles. It was like Ninja Turtles logo was here on the back glass, and then 3 inches above it, you would have the Ninja Turtles
Ninja
topper with the
Turtles.
identical logo. I,
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah,
Well, this is worse. This is okay.
it's a
If
monkey on
you,
top of a monkey. It's
it's
it's a
a,
monkey. It's a monkey playing chicken. Yeah,
it's the same mech from in the
yeah.
game
Oh,
on
it
top
literally,
of
it
the.
legitimately is. It's 100% extra parts. And again, it's like, from a business standpoint, I get why they did it. If you're a pro owner, and I
If you're
mentioned in my
pro,
video, like if you're a pro owner, this makes great sense. Like you get the
could
best of
you
both worlds.
could you rip the tape
Could
off
you
the
rip that off
top?
and put it in there? I mean, theoretically, probably. You'd have to like mess with the code a little bit, but they in their press release they said something like they alluded to this was going to do something that has not been revealed yet, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what. added value it could do, like what other kind of song and dance Mr. Kong can do to appease the masses. But in the grand scheme of things, like this is one of the more involved toppers to come from Elwin, because as much as I love his
Yeah,
games, his
it
toppers have
is.
always just been kind of very bare bones and meh.
The Jaws topper was basically the Amity
Ooh,
sign.
yeah,
Who's
that
the
was rough. Jurassic Park wasn't much better, and like I'm a huge Jurassic Park nerd, and I was just like, oh, cool, you put the logo and some letters.
who's
But
in
I mean, they
charge
coded
of
it.
approving the
Yeah.
toppers? Erica says.
But also on the positive aspect of this,
Okay.
they got this topper out in the same year the game came out.
Yep.
This is like the quickest turnaround for an accessory kit. Like X-Men still doesn't have an accessory kit. John Wick took like over a year, I think. Dungeons and Dragon still don't have an accessory kit or a topper, and it came out months before Kong.
This is mean, Doug. Why did you do this? Why did you show the Electric Playground topper?
Because I mean, I have to.
This is a badass topper right here.
It is, and it's eight
This
hundred
is
dollars,
it.
and you compare it to the Stern, which I think was
Oh
1,200 or
man.
1,300. Like
Oh, look at this.
people need to realize and hold these manufacturers accountable, whether good, bad, or indifferent. Like there's different places you can now disperse your funds and get sometimes more bang for your buck, like in this case.
All right. Okay.
And I
Yep.
think it's actually George Gomez, Erica.
Yeah, it's probably Gomez who's gonna.
I'm pretty sure he's in charge of like the entire accessories as well as the the game design team. I think that both fall under his purview.
Doug, did you get to see? Just as a side note, did you get to see the new topper from Electric Playground, which is based on?
I did.
Did you?
It's
It was
I
kind of
did.
secret.
Yeah, it was secret. They wouldn't let me take a picture or video of it,
No,
which is fine.
they wouldn't let
But I
anybody
got to
take
see it in
pictures of you.
action and got to do its thing,
Did you?
which I don't blame them. Yeah. Uh, I thought it was fun little gimmick that it had on it. And they were open and honest to like, yeah, it's a gimmick, but we
It's
just want to have
it's
fun.
it's a great gimmick.
Yeah, I thought so, but it's also one of those things like it would probably wear out its welcome
Really quick,
really quickly,
you would
but it
disable it.
also the first time you ever had a friend come over that hadn't seen it, you'd be like so jazzed to show it to them. So like
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword.
yeah. Um. All right, that's Stern. Let's talk about Jersey Jack. And
Hmm.
this is the thing I was telling you earlier. I said I may disagree or
Oh,
may
this is
agree. This
okay.
is
This is
it.
where we're gonna split hairs.
um, I think we both agree that Potter is effing amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I will take nothing away from its gameplay. The only like small critique I have as far as the gameplay experiences, I think there's too much going on like the scoring display. Like there's too many things that like trample on top of each other, sounds and movie clips and little things going off here and there. It doesn't allow like the assets to breathe. I think Hobbit does a really good job of like mixing, you know, action sequences that are going on and giving them their moment in the sun as well as giving you your gameplay information. I think Potter needs a little more of that because I think it's just too much bright shiny going over here and then like the
There's
light
a
rail
lot.
thing there's too much like rainbow color show going on out of those, what are they called, the hot rails or whatever their lighting
Yeah,
system.
they're
Yeah,
like hot rails. Um,
yeah, too much rainbow. There's no that there's never that much rainbow going on in anything Harry Potter related. So I don't know why that is so prominent.
um, I'll agree with that. There is a lot going on. I was playing it today with one of the top players in the San Francisco area, and I was. This was the first time I ever stood next to a top player and said, "Okay, okay, shoot the center. Okay, okay, shoot, shoot. Okay, no, no, your mode is on the pop bumpers. Okay, no, okay. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do the
Yeah,
jackpots
you
or do you
felt
want to do the?
like you were
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
that, right? Yeah.
yeah. If you feel like you have to hit everything at the same time. The
Hmm.
other thing you had an issue with was
Art.
who's Art? Who's this guy Art you talking about? What's it, why Art Robinson?
Artificial.
Artificial.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the whole controversy of using AI to
Hmm.
supplement some
Supplement or assist or fill in
assist.
or
I would put it this way, Doug, and we won't go too far into this. Um, I agree that the use of AI not to assist but to replace art is
Yeah.
probably a no-no. Um,
Yeah. If you want to use AI as an idea generator or like something to spark a creative process, I'm okay with that. If it ends up in the end product, I'm 100% against it in every shape, way, or form.
You know what the problem is? We have really eagle-eyed people like on Pinside or whatever, because that had to get past the IP holder, right? Um, you heard all the stories about how they got really creative with like instead of putting "I will not," something in the back
Yeah,
of
and they were
Harry's
trying to
hand,
like,
"I will
yeah, and
not
they're like, you
tilt."
can't utilize our footage. Yeah, you can't mess with our
They,
stuff.
yeah,
But
they,
nobody noticed the three-eyed dragon or like the six-fingered hands and stuff
right,
like that. Yeah.
right.
Which also again goes to show you that just because things are officially licensed doesn't always mean the licensors themselves are the best,
Right.
you know, parental guidance, if you will, of the IP itself.
Yeah. But so anyway, Eric Minier, amazing dude. I actually had got to chat, and I was at a dinner that he was at. I'm not gonna say I had dinner with him. Isaiah and I showed up at a dinner where he was, and we were at the same table, so we got to talk and stuff like that with him. Thank you so much for the who's that? Mostly Pirate with the raid. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Dirty Pool. Oh, Dirty Pool is here.
Wah, wah.
Oh, Dirty Pool. All right, we're gonna talk about your game soon. Doug, do you know Dirty Pool is Jeff
Yeah, Jeff.
from
Yeah.
Barrels? Mostly part. Thank you for the raid. We're talking here with CoolToy, Doug CoolToy, and we're doing a wrap up of Expo 2025. Yeah, so Eric and the team did an amazing job on Harry Potter. Blah blah blah. Just yesterday, when I came home after Expo. This is the thing I got to tell you guys. This is great because I'm an operator now, right? And I fix games. And the end of stroke switch on the right flipper was broken on Harry Potter, and so I was digging in, Doug, to do a 15-minute desolder, playfield up, juggling things with your hands
Mm-hmm.
to not drip solder and this and that. I open up the game and I look and I say, oh, this MFer put an end of stroke switch on a Molex. Boop,
Oh
popped the
wow.
Molex out.
Yeah,
Yep. And
just in and
unscrewed
out.
it, took it
Yeah.
to my
Wow.
bench, changed the three, boom, plugged it in, and I texted him. And I said, saw Molex on the EOS, I effing love you. And he sent
Yeah.
back an image of like, chef's kiss.
Well,
So,
yeah. I mean, anytime you can like essentially, change the norm that has been 40 years of pinball and direct solder connections and stuff like that. Like I'm just like you. I'm giddy as can be when I see something like that because I'm like, what? You're gonna make my life easier at
yeah.
the as the end user of the product?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Like who cares about what's underneath the playfield, right? Well, no, some people do.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Hmm.
I just want to catch up with chat real quick. Who's in charge? Totally, George. That's why Harry Potter sucks. Thank you, Isaiah. Um, uh, very nice to meet you. Dirty Pool says, great to meet you again, Doug. Fastest edited.
On the
Nerds.
bathroom floor. Yeah. It's because I don't have a life.
Doug's
Yeah.
cutting in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Doug is a
I'm working
hard-working.
here. Get out of here.
That's,
Hmm.
he's a hard-working mofo. Trust me, man. I was
Yeah.
watching Doug's Expo video at Expo. I was sitting up in the room with Isaiah. I'm like, yo.
Look at
um,
this idiot. Yeah.
Look at this dude. No, but I watched the whole thing. All right, let's see. What else? There's nothing else from Jersey Jack. Yeah, so we talked, blah
No,
blah.
yeah,
People had fun. By the way, the toppers are terrible. I don't like their toppers at all.
yeah, I mean the higher end one is better than the middle tier, the wizard tier, but that wizard tier, dear God, and you're charging people thousands of dollars and you're just giving them that wonky McDonald's looking, like it looks like a McDonald's prize. Like you'd go in there and you see like they had the cardboard
McDonald's.
displays that showed that Happy Meals like behind the little plastic box. Like that's
All
what I
right,
see when I see like the Quidditch match going on top of that wizard edition.
all right. I started it, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah, right there, just garbage.
all right, Doug. You said McDonald's. Now I'm not going to be able to unsee McDonald's. Um, so thanks for that. All right,
You're
let's go
welcome.
to barrels. Let's talk about
Oh,
barrels. Mystery House, you
yeah,
idiot.
that for the life of me, I was sitting there editing this video and I probably had to like clip out 4 different times I said the name wrong. For whatever reason, I kept wanting to always call it House of Mystery. I don't know, maybe HBO
All
House of the Dragon or something is like trained my brain. But yeah,
So,
Mystery House.
were you
Mystery House.
familiar? Were you familiar with the actual Winchester Mystery House before this announcement, though?
Yes, I've never like visited or been there or anything like that, but I was familiar with the story, the lore. I've seen like a History Channel documentary they did on it. My dad's a huge gun nut, so he's always about the any chance he can get to like connect something that he likes with me being a nerd. He's like, let me tell you a story about this Winchester chick. So yeah, I was
That's
familiar with
great. I
the
love that.
yeah
Let me tell you something about this Winchester chick. Well,
yeah
this is the debut game from new designer Carl D'Angelo, who is a
yeah
top-ranked IFPA. He also runs Indisc. He ran Pin Clash. He is one of the smartest, most kind persons I've ever met. I used to
streamer
play
extraordinaire.
streamer
Basically
extraordinaire.
invented the streaming rig that literally every streamer now
Yep.
utilizes.
Yep. He's amazing at what's the VR game golf game? During the pandemic, I used to play golf with him and Jordan and Becca in VR. Super smart guy. Well, this is his game. And Doug, you got a reveal gameplay video up on your channel.
I
Um,
wouldn't say revealed. Carl did
Carl
his
did his,
reveal.
but you're
Yeah,
like a real
watch his.
person playing. Yeah, yeah. Don't watch
A
his.
real person.
You're a real person playing his game. Now,
Yeah.
mind you, the game is only what 40. They threw out a number like 40%. It's only 40% done.
hmm
What are our thoughts on it? We don't spend too much time on it because it's amazing. So, but what are our thoughts on
No, yeah, it's great. Like it was the talk of the show. Everybody was waited in, concert footage lines that,
it? Yeah.
they wanted to jam on this new game. It was a surprise reveal, and it was like Monday before the show. Everybody just expected it to be Dune Labyrinth, and that would have been okay. People still haven't played Dune, which is fine.
Right. Yeah.
So I fully expected it just to be a lineup of, Dune machines and a couple labyrinths. I thought that's what we were going to see from Barrels of Fun. And then, boom, surprise! Here's this game that no one expected to see that it's already ready to be released. That kind of quintessential Barrels of Fun. Like, hey, we're not going to give you the promise of something tomorrow. We're just going to show up today with, the thing in hand, which is like the coolest thing you can always do.
I don't know. They're 3 for 3 now. I don't know. It's not. It's weird because the people on the West Coast who know about the Winchester Mystery House, or at least the people,
hmm
most people on the West Coast, and some people outside of the West Coast know about the Winchester Mystery, lost their minds. I lost my mind. I went, oh my God, they did a game based on this house. I've been to the Winchester Mystery House like 5 times. We still have yet to
hmm
take Skylar and scare the shit out of him, but we will.
It's a perfect opportunity now because they'll have one of
Yeah.
these, I'm sure, on site. Yeah.
That's a good question. They should have one of these on
Oh, I
site.
guarantee it. If they don't, somebody's dropping the ball big time on that, whether it's on the
Jeff,
Winchester side or not. Yeah. I'd
Jeff,
almost guarantee, I would literally probably guarantee that it's going to happen,
Jeff.
if
Do you
not
know if they
already.
have
Yeah.
one on site right by the gift shop? Answer the question, damn it, Jeff. Do you know if they will have one?
Yeah. I was about to say that's such low hanging fruit. You'd be terrible at your job if you didn't.
um, dirty pussy. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to presume. Like, I'm not.
I will
Yes.
presume for both of us. Yes.
Okay. um, anyway, you know what? It sold out. People who are not on the West Coast who didn't know about the Mystery House, what basically said, "What is this?" Slash, I need to buy this. A
Yeah,
lot of
it was FOMO for real, which I'm always like a big anti FOMO person. I think if you suffer from FOMO, you're just a weak human being in general. But like,
wow.
this was running rampant. Yeah, sorry, that's a hard line there. But yeah, like I was reading the Pinside thread and watching it like explode. Like people were just foaming at the mouth to like get this, and once they saw like Carl's name attached to it, and learn more about it because there was people literally like learning about the Winchester House like as they're trying to
Yeah.
place an order for this $12,000 machine, which I was just like, holy cow, like y'all are nuts. But I mean that's what
What?
happens when you get, a good crew of people behind something and like an established company like Barrels that already has this nice history of like customer service and just like doing things right by the end user that people are willing to say, all right, sure, I'll gamble, $1,200 or 11,300, I think it's the exact number,
Yeah.
um, on something new.
Well, I got to shoot it. I'm telling you, the second time, the first time I shot it was like, the first time I shot it. Who mentioned something in the chat? Twitch, Twitch AO 999. You mentioned something like the first time you shot it, it was like kind of a brutal game, and it may have changed your perception of it. Never ever shoot a game once and then decide that's what you like or not.
Oh, absolutely. Play it multiple times. Try to play multiple copies of a game if you can too, because
Yep.
the nuances of a single machine versus, a different one that's maybe even 5 feet away from it could be completely different gameplay just based on how it was set up.
Yeah, and the other defense is like, we're not getting one here. It was mad at barrels. Oh, okay. Well, yikes.
Mhm.
Um, what was I going to say? The code is very early, but it does represent like kind of the basis of what's going to happen in the game. We won't go into a deep dive of what's going on in the game. But the second time shot it, Doug, I shot it with some friends, with three other people. We played a
Mhm.
four-player game. That way, one of us could watch and the other one could do. And by the end of the game, we figured out how cool it was, and I thought to myself, okay, I need this in my house.
Yeah.
Like,
And I 100% agree with you. Every time I go to like Expo or TPF or something like this and try to like record gameplay footage or play a game for the first time, I'm like, whoever's near me, I'm like, 4 player game? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. It's like, because I want to
mm-hmm,
watch and learn as
mm-hmm.
they play as opposed to feel stressed of, all right, I got 3 balls. I got to absorb everything that is to, know and see and do in this game while other people are tapping their toes waiting for me to get out of the way. So like that's all I'm always pro like, hey, make a friend in line, play this game with buddies. That way you can all learn and see and do.
I love that. Make friend in line. Let's also shout
Mhm.
out Jeff, Dirty Pool Pinball, who's in the chat, who
Mhm.
did the sound design and the music for this game. And also, I really appreciate Jeff for what he does for pinball in general. Came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden has one of the
He's like,
top.
I'm gonna be in your face, I'm gonna be in your feed every single day, and you're gonna love it. And I do. So I appreciate it, Jeff. You do an awesome job.
Um, I appreciate your tour of the entire homebrew world. Yeah. So anyway, shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Barrels of Fun, and I think that's all we need to say about that. You're not gonna buy one because it's
Yeah,
sold out.
they gone. Yeah.
They're
So
gone. But I asked David Van Ness and I asked Carl, and I didn't get even real answers about if there's gonna be another. But so that's that. Please rate your
another
ads
game or
experience on
another
YouTube.
run?
Another run.
Oh no. You would slap everybody in the face that, ponied up their money that first day and a half.
You think
And
so?
I mean
It's
that's
no,
oh, absolutely. Anybody, if you were one of those 525 people and then you found out they were making another 500, you would feel slighted.
it's not like
I
a
mean, a lot
limited
of people would.
edition.
I don't think if I was in that situation, I wouldn't. I don't give a crap. I've got my game. I don't care if anybody else gets. More the merrier for me. But like from a business standpoint, like I said, again, they're kind of trying to create that want versus need, from consumers. You try to build up that demand. You want to, make it a desirable entity that is, illustrious and rare and
Wait,
sought
wait, wait, wait,
after.
wait, wait, wait. Just let's park this for a second. You think that
Okay.
525 number is because they want to?
Yes. By design, absolutely. I mean, as well as also, I think they've learned with Dune, um, maybe a lower number is better in the long run from a logistical production standpoint if things are maybe not selling as well as they'd hoped.
Okay. Yes, 525 is the
Yeah, it's
address
also
of
the
Winchester.
address. Like you can tie it in to the marketing there and assign significance to the number in that way.
Okay, let's keep going.
But also, yeah, like and to Twitch's point there, the guy at Burroughs told me they honestly didn't think they would sell that much. Like when you got first time everything, kind of
Everything,
assigned to
everything.
certain stuff. It's like, yeah, um, what number do you come up with? You just basically come up with a number and cross your fingers and you hit publish, that's the best you can do and you hope for the best. And obviously I believe it exceeded everybody's expectations,
Yeah, 2 days
but
sold out, or
we'll
two
see.
hours, or whatever it was. Um, Surprise hit of the show for me is Predator. Um,
It, I would agree too, because I literally went in there like, I don't want to say the lowest expectations, but very low, just considering the previous games with ABBA and Queen. Uh, just man, I hated those games. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt numerous times, try to play him every chance I got at Expo and TPF, and I just kept walking away like I played that game for free and I still felt like it owed me something.
Damn.
So when I heard they got Predator, I was like, oh god, what you gonna ruin another one of my favorites? I love the band Queen, and you ruined that for me.
People in chat are like, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's get back to Predator.
but it is a great game. They did a good job on it. Like I said, my only critique is that it's very expensive.
Yeah, thanks, current administration. Out the gate, you're
Mm,
paying 1,200, and then, but
yeah.
I got on good authority, on very good authority, that they sold, as of Saturday, they sold 15 when it came to the show. They sold
So from the show,
15 because
I
of the
mean,
show. They sold
that's
15. Um, they have,
that
um,
sounds insignificant probably to a lot of people, but if you multiply 15 times the MSRP, then you're looking like, okay,
yeah,
well, doing all right for a
yeah.
weekend.
They are very limited. It absolutely, yeah. I was playing it with, I forgot, I was thinking it was with Matt Talley from Lynn's Arcade, and we stepped up.
Hmm.
The only time, by the way, the only time I got to play games, Doug, is because I had a vendor pass and I can get in an hour before, and
Early,
there
yeah.
was still a line because
Oh, it's
vendors want to play each other's games.
my Winchester gameplay footage was me, Johnny Crap, and another one of the vendors from Chicago Gaming. That was us playing before
Okay.
the hall had opened, after we'd already waited in line 30 minutes with the other vendors because everybody
Yep.
wanted to play the new games. Yeah.
Yep. But we played it, and we played a couple of games, and I was loving it. I didn't notice Arnold
Mhm.
wasn't there.
Well, that
Um,
when it first came out, there was like all this weird like we've got the rights to Arnold, but we don't have the rights to Arnold, and we got this, we don't. So like there's all these weird questions about it, and then you actually got to see it and play it. You're like, okay, they have Arnold assets to a degree, more so than was led on to believe. They've got a Arnold impersonator doing certain call outs, and he doesn't sound, you know, horrible. Obviously, a trained ear, you can say, okay, that's not Arnold, but it's also not a terrible impersonator either. So I mean, it's like the best of both worlds. Like, do we want this to be a $20,000 game? Of course not. And maybe that's what it would have had to been if you got Arnold to do everything and sign off on everything.
well, um, let's put it this way. I know the Pinball Brothers guys, and remember what happened to Bond from Stern,
Yeah.
and it was a licensing nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. And there's a reason why this hadn't been done prior to that. Because yes, there's a specific character that is not in this game that is in the movie Predator that has never been associated with any Predator merchandise or releases because of licensing. Because he just absolutely had a falling out with the people that created the movie. He's in the movie and he wants nothing to do with it, and he will never associate himself with this
Who,
movie.
what
And
are you
there's a
talking
lot of
about?
that.
Who are you talking about?
The gentleman's name is Billy in the movie Predator. He's
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah.
yeah, like the Native American character from the
Right.
film. Yeah.
Right. Um, let's just say there's a possibility that Arnold uh, wasn't disagreeing on being in the movie, but it was a licensing nightmare. So let's
Yeah.
just put it that way. Let's put it that way. Don't blame Arnold. Don't blame Arnold,
Yeah,
guys.
I was about to say I don't think that nobody tried to make it happen. I just certain things are insurmountable, whether it be financially or logistically.
Right. Right. Exactly. But anyway, at the end of the day, Predator hopefully sells well for Pinball Brothers. Well-made game. They changed to fast pinballs system.
Yeah, and I heard
Um,
that's, been the night and day improvement they needed because all their alien made games by Pinball Brothers, everyone's like, yeah, it's a great game as long as it's working, and that's always the big thing. It's like it was always down because it just had
Alien is
issues home
pain
with
in the
hardware.
butt. And is
Hmm.
also Alien is also in metric system. I love the metric system, but not on my pinball. Let's keep
Spoken like a
going.
true American.
Smelling like a true American.
Mm.
Don't put your metric system in my pinball.
Damn you,
Uh,
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, he tried to make America over to the
I
metric system, and
know.
everyone
Well,
like
we
burned
were
him.
supposed to. I
Well,
heard in
we
my
should have.
I heard in school when we were gonna move
Yeah.
over to metric system, it didn't happen. Um, Spooky was not really there, but they were showing off their games, and they're still
No,
awesome.
although I saw Bug show up on Friday. I saw
Oh,
him walking
really?
around. I was like, okay. I'm like, well, if you guys are not like officially here, then why the hell are you here?
That's all right. Their games are awesome. They had the best ones
They
there.
are, and they're
Evil
great
Dead.
people. I was
Yeah,
little. I assumed they were being represented by vendor because they couldn't be there, and then they were there. And I was like, well, why don't you have a booth then?
that week we
Because
tried
they did
metric
last
system.
year.
They did? Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, Chad is just so funny. Um, I'm gonna skip over Spooky because the Spooky's cool.
yeah,
Um,
they're cool, and it's Evil Dead. I mean, it's sold out against like Winchester. You're not gonna get one, so
yeah.
great game. You just good luck trying to find one.
I do
Homebrew, yeah,
homebrew. Okay, so I
yeah.
do want to take a moment and say I had a blast working with Marco uh, on the home in the homebrew section and Fast Pinball in the homebrew
Hmm.
section, streaming homebrews as many homebrews as we could. I do have the video footage. We're going to try and put together little moments of homebrew so you can check it out on marcopinball.com. I will be editing a
Great.
lot.
You
Each
need any
one.
extra footage? Because I got a lot that I didn't use.
Do you really?
I do.
Let's talk afterwards. I can give you a place where you can upload them if you want.
Okay.
Um, I have all the awards also, all the award winners for the homebrews.
Yes, please
Oh,
tell me.
Borg, thank you so much. Um,
Mhm.
I can't go through all of them, Doug, because there's so many.
Yeah.
Uh,
You can give me the A-list titles or the winners.
the winners. Okay, well, I'll do this. I'll do this because what they came up
First of
with.
all, shout out to whoever's dusty laptop that is that I've just now noticed beside the Steamboat Willie. That thing looks like it's been
um,
through a homebrew garage for sure.
It does. It's definitely a homebrew laptop.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this real quick for Hollywood because this we can't ignore Hollywood. I had chicken with cabbage and potatoes. What did you have for dinner, Doug?
I had a Sonic cheeseburger. So Sonic Drive-In. I don't know if you
Speaking
guys
of
got that on the West Coast.
speaking of Sonic,
Hmm.
so we'll skip all the order,
Yeah.
but the
The
the the
Hedgehog.
the hedgehog,
Hmm.
legends of pinball and video games judge this. Legends: Larry DeMar,
Yeah.
Eugene
Joe
Jarvis,
Kamikawa.
Joe Kamikar, Roger Sharp. Holy
Hmm.
shit, right?
Yeah. I
So
was blown away when I was hearing all the judges. I was like, that's good.
Ed Boon.
That made me nervous. Yeah. Ed Boon, like everybody. It was a who's who of all these like magnificent creators and coders of pinball for 30 years.
This was insane. But I'll run off the best ofs first. We have
Okay.
best back glass art was awarded to Luau, which was an
Okay.
EM, which is
Hmm.
pretty. Best video game graphics award was Cuphead, not the Cuphead you guys are thinking, not the dead and buried American Pinball Cuphead,
Yeah. No,
but
the
a
homebrew
cup,
one, which was good. I saw that one. Hmm.
and that's based off of a virtual pinball Cuphead that you can download on VPU right now.
Yeah.
Um, most fun to play award was Sonic Pinball. Best ramps
Rightfully
was
so.
best ramps was Tony Hawk. Best
Yeah.
ramps.
But yeah.
What
See
an
what they did there?
award! What an
Yeah.
award!
Yeah.
Best cabinet art was Invaders. Did you check out Invaders? That
I
was the
did, because were they French or Italian? I can't remember.
French.
French. That's what. Yeah, I was about
Yep.
to say. Because I remember it popping up in like my Instagram feed a couple of
Yeah,
months
me
ago,
too.
and like it had the mech with the UFO like grabbing the ball, and I was like, "What is this? And why
You
have I
think?
never heard of it? Like, how
I
did?
know you
Yeah,
think
I
it's a
was
new
like,
manufacturer.
yeah." And it was like this guy that took it upon himself to make a pretty awesome, game. So I was excited that I got to see it and play it when I was over there.
Yeah, cool mechs and everything. Like, once again, guys, if you
Hmm.
want to check this stuff out, check Marco Pinball's site over the next week or so, and you'll get to see some of these. Best shots was Sonic the Hedgehog again. Best playfield art is Coming to America, which we had a chat about
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Best
It looked
original
pretty.
theme. It looked pretty. Best original theme, Enigma.
I
Uh,
remember that one.
yeah, that was the one with the like
Was
film
it the one with the
noir.
CRT TV or no? Okay.
No, that was
There
BMO.
was one was like a little, yeah, I was about to say BMO. Yeah.
That was BMO. Best Art Award, Steamboat Willie, which actually you guys, Doug had this one right here. Steamboat Willie was great. Oh man, yeah, he did a
Yeah, I
really,
mean, there's so
really
many
great job.
neat things on that game, like the you know the paddle wheel on the front there, and then of course like the steam coming out of the top, or things that grab your
Yeah,
attention like right out of the gate. You're like, oh wow.
really fun one. BMO was the most
Hmm.
fun I had on a homebrew. Nice. Um, Best Implementation Award was Pokemon. So what I mean by implementation is implementing the actual
Theme,
game, the
yeah.
theme. Yeah.
Pokemon was pretty sweet, and I don't. I was surprised by that one because like I'd walk by it at first and just like dismissively assumed it was the Rob Burke one that he had made a couple years ago that was a
Oh,
different
okay.
game. And then I circled back and I was like, oh wait, this is a different game entirely. And I started looking at it closer. I was like, oh well, there's a lot going on here.
So, full disclosure, like I don't know if Dirty Pool is still in the chat, but correct me if I'm wrong. The guys who did Pokemon are working for Barrels now. Is that correct?
Okay.
I think that's I think that's correct. Or one
Well,
of the
good.
guys who was
I
working
hope they
for
are
Barrels
because I
now.
mean they clearly were talented. I was impressed with what I saw in that Pokemon. I was like, oh wait, this is a little more involved than a kind of a skin that the other game I thought it was.
Yeah, I think he split. All right. Best Theme License Award, Monsters Inc. Did you get to see the Monsters Inc.?
I did. I played it a lot. So I've got a 3-year-old that is obsessed with it, and that's like what his Halloween costume is going to be. In fact, I played Monsters Inc. with Eric Minier um, while we were there, and it had a mech on there that was really impressive. It was like a magnetic slide rail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I kept trying to like watch it work and try to understand,
Try to figure it out.
just like from a coding aspect. I'm like, how do you make that work? Like,
Yeah.
how are the ones and zeros programmed to, you know, keep the connectivity along it? So
He
I was impressed with it.
God, I'm forgetting everybody's names, but the guy who did that also did the Beavis and Butthead game. Um,
Yeah, he's the one that runs Trinit Pinball, does like the
yep,
basically he'll cut a playfield for you and huge into the homebrew. And he was actually working on the mothership pinball. He was out there like,
yep.
taking it apart and putting it together while I was playing on it. So yeah, I forget his
That
first name and I always feel bad about it. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Why
Great
am I
dude.
forgetting his name? That's right. Isaiah got kicked off of Monsters Inc. by Roger Sharp to
I mean, if you're gonna
play.
get booted from a game, you might as well get booted by a legend.
Yeah.
Hold your
Also,
mustache, sir. I'm playing.
yeah, and he was really. It was really cool to have Roger come in on the stream. Best sound,
Ernie, okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Ernie, thank you, Ernie, thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it's
Ernie
a
Silverberg.
fixed magnet. Okay.
Best music was The Greatest Showman, which was
Yep.
the
It's
I
a
think that's
retheme of Whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Um,
it's top to bottom, nothing nothing left of Whirlwind on that.
no, nothing.
Yeah.
So here's the big ones. Best
Hmm.
of show, second runner up for best of show, and these are the top three, you guys. Best of show, second runner up, Mad Max.
Yep. It's great. Great looking. I like that he didn't use clean wire forms on that. It goes really good with the theme.
Yeah,
Everything's like,
yeah.
rusty and just crusted.
Um, First runner up was Invaders from
Okay.
France. And the big winner was what, Doug? The big winner in the little homebrew area was what?
For
The
best of
big
show,
best of show. Big winner in the little homebrew area.
are
Big
you
winner
alluding
in the
to Mothership because you're saying the word
No,
big several
no,
times?
no, no.
Big trouble. Okay,
Yeah.
big trouble in little town. I was about to say, well, the way you were like emphasizing big and little, I was like, I'm like Mothership. I don't even think it's in like the running because it's Rob's little passion project. I'm like, surely it should have been. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did you?
Big Trouble in
Yeah.
Little China is one of the more, I mean, if not one of the most polished games there. Similar to Jason. I mean, you got the who's who of, artists involved on it. You got Scott Denisi on music. You got call outs from an actor that was actually in the movie, for crying out loud. Like, no stone was left unturned for this
No.
project.
This. Yeah. This was fabulous. Always a line to play this one.
Yeah,
Always a
and rightfully
line.
so. There's,
Yeah.
there's one of them. It was, connected to the electric playground booth, so there's, cool stuff going on over there already. Um, but yeah, this was an awesome game. Especially, I mean, if you're familiar with the movie, like the little touches here and there that go into it are just amazing. And if you're quasi familiar, you're like, oh, okay, that was a movie from the 80s or whatever. It's still a cool game to play, even if you didn't know a whole lot about the IP.
Yep. Yep. Um, Now, Monster League Hockey did get an award. Let me check to see what
Hmm.
it got.
I
Monster League
loved this. I thought this was fun. The only downside is, you got to have somebody else playing with you.
True, yeah. Monster League Hockey. Okay, it got the Eugene Jarvis Best Light Show Award.
Yeah, I can see that. It had like black lights, UV reflective art and rubbers and stuff like that. So I mean, it was awesome looking. Yeah, see, there you go. Nice. Look at that lighting. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
That whole black light setup there with the tent and everything. Brad Albright artwork.
Yeah, Brad Albright kick butt on this. Now,
Okay.
the only thing, Doug, that was weird. I'm gonna share it with chat because it was just a weird moment, and I'm pretty sure he's not gonna watch this. He's not gonna watch this podcast. Um, there was so some of the guys who worked on this, I
Hmm.
saw the night before, and got excited because they came up to me and they said, "Manu, oh my God, we're glad you're here. We used your video with a moto to figure out how the original this was done.
Hmm.
This is based on Alvin G's soccer ball,
Okay.
which is an existing Alvin G is an existing two-player game.
Hmm.
And I went, wait a minute, you watched me and Emoto play it? They thought Emoto was my friend Audrey, and this was
Oh.
back in I don't know how long ago. But check this out. So this is
Oh, okay.
soccer ball that
Yeah.
we streamed back 6 years ago.
Nope. Okay, here we go.
Man, you're
Six
old.
years. Right. Let me turn that off. So
Hmm.
this is what the game is based on. You can tell. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
What they changed a lot of. They basically threw the rules away, which was great because the rules on this is garbage. Um, it really was. It was kind of fun, not really fun. They turned it into a fun game.
Yeah.
They also got rid of the metal in front of the flippers because that was the only way the flipper could detect the ball. You could play a one-player game.
That's
Um,
terrible design. Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't great. But when I interviewed one of the guys at for the stream, I asked, I
Hmm.
said, so this is based on the Alvin G. What gave you the idea? And he said, no, this is a completely original idea. And I went, wait a minute, okay, well, and then as
That's,
an inter,
but
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. You
as
did
an
that,
inter,
but the,
no, I did none of that. I
yeah.
went, all right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure.
um, I just thought that was kind of interesting. But what the thing is that this is so professionally polished that
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like
I
they're gonna
mean,
sell it.
top to bottom. I
What was
hope
the
so. I
idea about
mean,
selling
I
it?
think it would. I think it would sell. I mean, I don't know, other than just the lack of a manufacturer that's willing to take it on, why you wouldn't.
They had a list. They said they had a list that's interested, and if they could get like 100 people interested and would want to put money into it, then they would figure out how to get a manufacturer to do it. They wouldn't do it themselves, but they figure out how to get into a line and get them done. But
Yeah.
it's a great game. Like you said, Doug. The only problem is those two-player games always suffered because they were two-player games,
Yeah.
and
But I mean, if you're putting it on location, then that kind of like, solves that problem itself. It's just
yeah.
it's something not likely for the home use crowd. It'd be, location play based where it would really succeed.
Yeah, Sin, I agree. They took too much time to give you the ball back. You just wanted to get the ball back. I mean, we can talk, we can go deep into whatever, but the fact of the matter is they caught the interest of pretty much anyone who passed there. and they
Oh,
all wanted to
absolutely.
play it. Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
the
it was
whole
an eye
point.
catcher. Hmm.
It was an eye catcher. Talk to me about Wonderland because every time I went over there to play the game, it was broken.
Yeah, they were definitely having reliability issues. They like funneled me to a specific machine. They had two, and they're like, "We'd much rather you play this one." I was like, "You guys having issues with that one?" They're like, "Yeah." I mean, they weren't trying to like hide anything, but
Right, right.
um, yeah,
This is just tell for people who don't know. This is the $1,000 pinball machine Kickstarter, whatever.
yeah. This is the $1,000, slightly scaled down. I think it's like 75, 80% scale to a traditional commercial pinball game. They showed up last year with just like an empty box and a curtain, and they were like, we're a new company. We're kind of an old company. You may have known us from our other dealings designing machines for Arcade One Up." They're like, we're we see the need for the market to have a cheaper, more accessible pinball machine that can be purchased by the masses. He's like, I've got retail connections. I should be able to get this in big box retail stores. I'm going to come back within a year and I'm going to have a
Right.
fully playable, functioning game, and it's going to be $1,000. I was like, holy crap. I'm like, that's the checklist of craziest things I've heard in a long time, you know? I was like, I believe you can, do the manufacturing, all that kind of stuff. Like, I get it. You already have those connections and you got that lined out, but like to create something from scratch that's scaled down so it's going to be dependent on using, you know, components that don't exist. So you got to fabricate
Yeah,
all these different things on your own. I'm like, plus we were already even a year ago messing with issues with China and services and shipping issues and rate increases and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't see how you can, pull this off, but they showed up and they did. And
oh,
yeah,
really?
it's uh, it's better
Yeah,
than Thunderbirds. I'd say
it's
it's
better
even
than
better than Blues
Thunderbirds.
Brothers.
Um, yeah. So good luck for them. I mean, what an ambitious
Yeah,
project.
I mean, very ambitious. They achieved what they said they were going to do. Uh, I mentioned in my video, Pinball Expo is not the demographic for them. They even said it last year. They're like, hardcore pinball people are not our people. I'm like, then why are you here? I think that and I asked them, I was like, why didn't you guys go to New York Comic Con? Like, that's your demographic. You have an office in New York already. Like, those are your people. That's your,
Yeah.
target
Yep.
audience, your spending range. And they're like, we wanted
Yep.
to, it was too much money to get in the door. I'm like, okay, I get it. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, I appreciate you coming here to, follow through and say, look, we did what we said we are going to do. But the people that are there for Expo to play all the Expo games are
It,
not,
especially
I mean,
Expo.
yeah, I mean, you'll get some people that, yeah, this would be great for the kids in the basement type of thing that would probably say that in passing. But the ones that were going to potentially buy this were not really walking
No,
around at Expo.
not at Expo. Like any other, I mean, I'd see them at TPF. I'd see them at anything else but Expo. Expo is
Yeah.
traditionally like a B2B kind of thing. It's like owners and
Yeah.
operators
It's,
talking to
it's,
other owners and operators talking to the
it's
distributors.
it's much more industry based than it is like the party hangout, let's play pinball for everyone type of stuff. Yeah.
So, I mean, good luck to them. But I wanted to play it. One of the problems for me is that physics doesn't scale. You know what I mean? So,
No, it played better than I thought. Like
did it?
I'm like you. I know that just because you shrink it down and make it smaller doesn't make it, you know, pinball. Like there's a reason like the Stewie's pinball party, on Family
Right.
Guy feels considerably different, and same thing here. Um, it didn't feel like I was throwing a marble around, which is what I thought it was gonna like. I felt like I was gonna be throwing a marble around.
Right.
So like the flippers and the pop bumpers have a kinetic feel that it would remind you of traditional pinball. But just watching how the ball moved, no matter what the pitch is set at, it's not what you're used to if you're used to playing pinball on a regular basis. Kids
Right.
wouldn't know the difference if they,
Kids would know. No, exactly. That's
they
why
would
this
have
should be
fun.
at
And
a.
like I said, yeah, this is
This is
gonna have a
Comic
market
Con.
out there. Yeah,
This is Comic Con.
but
This is
but
yeah.
the people that have been playing pinball for 8 hours in an expo hall that
No.
walked up to this, no,
No, you're not gonna have Roger Sharp interrupt our stream to play.
no.
Um. Hmm.
Do you want to say it?
Where is it? There it is. Hmm.
Whirlball, the last. breath of life from American Pinball. Do you like skee ball?
I do.
What if we ruined skee ball for you? No,
First thing we
it's
did
not that
was
bad.
first
Yeah,
thing we
it's
did was
just
put pineapple on pizza, and now
mhm. Yeah. It's they didn't ruin skee ball. I make that joke in light, but
they
like
ruined skee ball. I'll say it. They ruined skee ball. They
it
took the fun part
they
of
took
skee
skee
ball.
ball, they tried to reinvent a mousetrap, and they're trying. Somebody told me this was like a $13,000 machine or something like that, and I'm like,
God damn,
it's
it's
not a
not
thirteen
good.
thousand dollar machine. Like I get there's profit to be had, but I'm like, if you're a Dave and Buster's operator or whatever, like I don't know who
Look,
invests.
look. Hey, chat. You could tell that Doug is not into this by the way he likes. Watch this. Watch this cut. He slowly goes, "Oh, what the hell is that?" And then he goes, "Look, oh my God, what the
Yeah.
hell?" You can tell.
Oh, I was because like I expected nothing just from American Pinball other than a lineup of their games, and they had that. So when I walked over and I saw this, and I was like, okay, I didn't expect Cuphead to be there, and like
No,
I'm like
yeah.
everybody else. You guys are dead in the water. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but they are. They've laid everybody off. There's no one there. Um, but when I walk up and see this, and I'm just like, why again? Why? Like it's like when I'm taking the American Pinball Tour, David Fix won't shut up about the Polycade. And I'm like, dude, your name is American Pinball. Why are you spending 38 minutes talking about the Polycade in a 50-minute tour and you're not talking about pinball? Like, it's in your friggin' name.
Okay, okay, wait. We got a hot tip, something more interesting to talk about in chat. Who
Okay.
actually likes pineapple on pizza?
Oh,
Steven Silver
what?
likes it. Do you like it, Doug? I'm not
I
into
mean,
pineapple on pizza. Why would you
no,
put?
I'll eat it above cheese pizza because I've always been a adamant person that says cheese pizza is like pizza that is not done. Like somebody started to make a pizza and then walked away. Like cheese is a topping on pizza. It should not be the sole ingredient.
Then walked away. All right, let's. I love you, Steven. Even though when we go, Steven, if we go out for pizza, um, I'll just have I'll just have a veggie pizza. Thank you. I won't.
He's saying he'll share his pineapple with you though.
No, it's okay. um, okay. Is there anything else? Let me think. We talked about homebrew, which I'm really happy about. We talked about
Hmm.
all the vendors and stuff. Any final thoughts to? Oh, you know what, Doug? We did. There was a new version of Scorbit that came out.
Yeah. The gambling version.
The gambling version, the version of
No, not really, but I
yeah,
mean, they rebranded essentially. I guess that'd be the best way to
yeah.
describe
They
what has happened.
rebranded.
They're rebranding.
They're
You can now
rebranding.
essentially utilize Scorbit to host cash tournaments and other different enticing methods for operators, which I thought was cool. And I downloaded the app and checked it out, to see the new improvements and everything. And from what I used, it seemed to work all right.
Yeah, it looks
I think they were
okay.
having side issues on some of the games they were trying to have integrated with it, but as far as like the app itself, it did what it was supposed to do and worked how I
Okay.
anticipated it.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's a new app for Scorebit. You guys download it. There's a new app.
Hmm.
I downloaded it. Hopefully, we'll have this guy back here, this Matrix thing, on Scorebit.
Bang. Yeah.
Bang. That's my plug. Doug, tell us about your channel. Tell us about your world, and
Oh,
we
okay.
can be done. Yeah.
If you like mediocre content
It's beautiful.
about
It's
anything and
so
everything,
good. Shut your
um,
face.
no. I've got a video that'll be out tomorrow on a pinball project that I did. It'll either impress
Oh,
you or piss
really?
you off. It's one of those things because I did something goofy custom with a machine that no one asked me to do. I had a wild, crazy idea that said, I wonder if I can do that. And I spent 2 months doing it and I did. And I finally got the last piece of the puzzle showed up. I've been done with this project for 3 months. I had literally just been waiting on custom artwork that I had made for it. and it finally arrived, so I can finally say, "Hey, I'm done. Here, look at this thing that I've been enjoying secretly for months."
Ooh, I can't wait for this because I loved your
Yeah,
Talladega Nights restore.
yeah.
You've gone through a lot. Do you ever you think you're gonna make a homebrew like an original homebrew? Do you think
Oh,
you're gonna?
absolutely. I'm like inching my way there in baby steps. Like you'll be able to see like my creative like confidence build each and every custom thing I
Yeah,
do because I'm like, all right, that's not as hard as I thought. Oh, I can do this now. Because that's the
yeah,
way I am. I'm not the guy that's like cannonball, just dives head in. I'm like, nah, let me take this
yeah,
in incremental steps, especially
yeah.
when there's money involved because I got to
Yeah,
finance
especially
all
with
my own stuff.
yeah. There's a lot. Do you have a Patreon or anything?
No, I refuse to do it. Sorry.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you can help Doug out most by subscribing to his channel. It's Cool
Yeah,
Toy.
subscribe, watch the video, say thumbs up, thumbs down. I hate your content. It doesn't matter. The algorithm likes it all, and people
Here,
don't remember that. So I'm like, if you want to flame away, flame away. You're not gonna
I'm gonna
make me lose any sleep.
I'm gonna drop that channel in the chat. Um,
Hmm.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us once again on this expo. I had a blast at expo. It was really a lot of work. I was really super tired, but
But you survived, and you had a blast.
I had a blast. And I hope you have had to.
Absolutely. You're gonna be at TPF this year?
Yes, I'm hoping to be at
Yeah.
TPF.
Okay.
If you do catch up with either me or Doug, please say hi. We love meeting you guys. We love saying hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if you hate me, even if it's a flip me off in passing, I'm all for it.
Okay. And last but not least, if you enjoy Battles of Fun, make sure today's show is sponsored by Vegemite. Is that backwards?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Edges
That's
are
what it
bad.
took me a second to, you know, decode it there, but what
What
is
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 that?
that a flavor pouch or is no, okay.
David
It
gave
was so
me.
thin. Yeah.
David
First of
gave
all,
me
I love that
this.
David Van Ness is walking around with pouch or
That
little samplings of
packing.
it. Have you had that before?
Oh, I've had this. I've had this in Australia. I've been to Australia many
Okay.
times. It is terrible. You know what I'd rather
Oh, it
have?
is.
Don't
Well,
don't get Vegemite. Get Tim Tams. Tim Tams are the best.
they are great. I've had those, yes.
Hey guys, Hollywood, MP3K Doug, thanks for joining us tonight. You guys got it. You guys got it. Make sure you follow, subscribe to Cool Toy, and we will see you guys later. I probably will see you guys on Friday for the next movie. We'll put a vote in the Discord. Love you guys. See you later.
Yeah.